Ubisoft cancelled 6 games. And at first, when you hear the explanation, we cancel these projects because they didn't meet enhanced quality expectations. This reason sounds reasonable, but when you don't gloss over it and you take your time and you digest it, you begin to understand that this statement raises more questions than it answers. So we're going to be looking at and dissecting all the quotes according to an article from VGC, Video Games Chronicle. Our first quote is 6 games have been cancelled. Now, this particular quote is using passive language, what I like to call communist language, the language of us and we, not necessarily you. It doesn't name names. It's a collective effort. Instead of it being, this is my house now, it becomes, it's our house. Instead of it being, that's my wife, it's our wife. This particular statement from Ubisoft has no visible decision maker. And it's extremely common for corporate communication. It's on par for the course, if you will. And if you notice, it always focuses on outcomes, not on the actors. The second quote, this one is my second favorite, enhanced quality expectations. Now, when we break this down, what does the word enhanced mean? Enhanced suggests maybe a bar raised. And then we have quality expectations. Quality expectations sounds measurable, right? But it's also extremely vague. Because quality expectations in terms of what exactly? Is it quality expectations in terms of gameplay? Is it quality expectation in terms of graphical fidelity? Is it quality expectation in terms of player retention or feedback? Play tester quality? It's extremely vague. So this sentence tells you a lot of things without really telling you anything. Nor does it actually tell you what those set expectations are. It's what I call a politician's answer. It feels specific, but doesn't really say anything at all. Now, quote number 3, strategic decision to refocus portfolio. Now, what is the problem with this quote? If you guessed and said that, well, clearly it's quite vague, doesn't really tell us much, then you're actually starting to get this thing. You're starting to get how corporate actually communicates. Absolutely, you're right. It's extremely vague, doesn't really tell us much. Strategic decision to refocus portfolio. Okay, how? What is our portfolio, by the way? It signals direction without actually having one defined nor detailed as to how we actually go about doing that. It kind of gives off this vibe.
Set sail in a general that way direction.
And now the fourth quote, and this one is by far my favorite. Return to exceptional levels of quality. Now, what is the major common theme surrounding all of these quotes so far? Exactly. They are extremely vague. They don't really say anything. They are a politician's answer. But this one is actually why it's my favorite. Return in this case implies a past standard, right? And then exceptional levels of quality basically is just trying to communicate ambition, right? But again, it doesn't define a benchmark. When you say exceptional levels of quality, what is that exactly? When you say a return, you talk about a past standard. But which past is that exactly? Because we can actually take Skull and Bones and say, is this the past standard that we're actually returning to? Because your statement, your quote, has no benchmarks. It can easily fit in Skull and Bones, the same way it can easily fit in something like Far Cry 3 or Assassin's Creed 1, 2, 3, 4, Black Flag. So what is this return to exceptional levels of quality? And which one is the quality here? Is it Skull and Bones? Is it Assassin's Creed? Now, none of this is unusual. In fact, it's extremely common for corporate communication. But again, when you take your time, savor these statements, these corporate statements and quotes, and you read through them carefully, you'll begin to notice a pattern. That outcomes are always clear, but the actors are generally abstract or vague or never even disclosed. It's always focused on what's happening now and not necessarily how we even got here in the first place. Again, I'm not accusing Ubisoft of anything. This is merely just observation. This doesn't tell us whether the decisions that Ubisoft is making or other corporate gaming devs and studios are making is actually right or wrong. It simply tells us how modern organizations structure their explanations. That's all.